What's up, everybody? Mark Crook back here with another video lesson. I'd like to recap the trade of ADXS, which is not entirely over, but as you can see, today is January 21st, 2015, and hopefully some of you guys watched my last video, or one of my last videos, where I talked about the hottest penny stock in 2015, and not for any good reason, however, because this stock was promoted and pumped up, and that provides great opportunity because ultimately we know how these type of setups end up. And I talked about GALE and CYTR from last year, which both crashed significantly from their highs when they were pumped in the early January time frame. So um, I actually played the puts on this stock. You can see that yesterday was the first red day, and ideally I should have shorted some of the stock, some of the regular shares. Um, E-Trade had shares to borrow, and as well as IB and of course Centerpoint and probably several other brokers. So not a hard stock to borrow, but I actually I bought put options. If you're not familiar with options, just um, do a quick tutorial online. It's not that hard. It's fairly simple to understand. And I bought April put options at $1.65, um, and was selling them today at between 250 and 270. The liquidity is not that great for April put options, which I bought, but nevertheless, if we take a look at the put options from today, you can see that the $10 put options traded only 126 contracts, so not a whole lot. I have a remaining position of 40 contracts, sold 35. So, but if you look at the February contracts, they were actually much more liquid. So actually, this was the ideal way to go. I just wanted to buy myself some more time in case this pump kept going, and that way I would have some more time until the end of the pump. Um, but uh, but this is how pumps end. We all know, and great. You have to get aggressive after a first red day, especially on a huge run up like this. And um, I think that I did a fairly good job. Um, Again, I think that shares were easy to borrow at many brokers, so it made sense to short this stock. It's tough when the stock's SSR, but and I'm just looking now in the AH after hours. You can see the stock's hitting 811 now. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this break support here in the eights and perhaps even trickle down to the to the sixes. Um, that would be a 50% drop, 650 um, from the top of the pump. So I'm still holding those puts because I can get some good value in them when the stock does drop another dollar or two, hopefully in the next day or two, if not coming weeks. And of course, if it does bounce, I'll look to short because that's a great pattern as well. If the stock does bounce, ideally back to the mid nines or even low tens, that would be an ideal uh, dead pump bounce short. But I highly doubt that this bounce will even will materialize because the stock is just broken now. Um, so just great lesson here to get aggressive, go aggressive on the first red day. Um, we talked about Arna, shorting Arna on this red day here after a 2 day bounce, um, and now the stock's all the way down to the 470s. So biotechs have just been um, in a bull market and in a huge run up momentum-wise just for this particular sector, and so these have become excellent shorts. You've had, excuse me, so many good shorts. You had ZIOP, which I did not play. I believe AEG. I'm not getting that ticker right, but NERV was another one. So many of these plays. CYTR, I played it yesterday. You can see now it's all the way back to the low threes. Not as much downside, but understand that biotechs are the place to be focusing on right now because um, this sector has been on fire and now it's starting to fall apart. You can look at KITE, hit highs of 88, now down all the way to 79. You have JUNO, which is another IPO, has crashed off of its highs from 60 to 46. So understand what the entire sector is doing. That really sort of gives you a perspective of what's going on. So the other stock I wanted to talk about, CTIX, which is another biotech, trades on the OTCs, and not as liquid, but you can see that a lot of people bought the breakout here. Hit highs in the high fours, kind of consolidated, then just had a big crash. This is not a surprise. I mean, you see this time and time again in the OTC, bulletin board exchanges. So these type of stocks tend to be great shorts. Then, they put out an article yesterday saying that they had gotten some positive results for one patient. Just sort of a very meaningless PR, fluff PR, and more importantly, the technicals really spoke for the short. You could see it bounced into the 440 resistance area. The stock had crashed from 480 all the way down to 280. And sadly, I played this far too safely. I shorted it at 430, covered at 414. Only had 5,000 shares, but could easily have, if we take a look at the 1 minute, I was covering down in here in the 414, but then it had this failed bounce. And once that bounce failed, then it really took out the day lows and the short was just a slam dunk. So and even this short up here back to the 390s, I was too busy watching ADXS most of the day, but again, biotechs have been the place to focus on. Understand where the momentum's at and be ready to pull the trigger. So I've locked in roughly $4,000 today, up another 4,000 unrealized, almost on the rest of the puts that I'm holding. But great lesson for all of us, and even though sometimes we miss these type of plays, you just got to be ready for the next one, and that's all you can say, because there will be another one and you just got to be ready. So thanks for watching, and look forward to the next video lesson. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.